Hi everyone, welcome back to another Beyblade Burst Rise Hypersphere unboxing, and for this one we have Sword Valtryek V5 to open up, and we'll kick things off with reading what we've got on the back of the packaging here. So our Valtryek chip is a right spinning chip, and then down to our sword layer, which is an attack type, then onto our forge disc, so Hasbro's version of Blitz, and then our performance tip, which is Hasbro's power. And our stat here says we've got 4 to runtime and 2 to its drop-in rate. So that's it for our packaging. We'll get him opened up, have a closer look at those parts, do a bit of a comparison to the TT one as well while we're at it, then put him together and have a feel of those slopes, and finish everything off with a test fire in the stadium. Alright, well that's the unboxing over with, and I've got my Takiratomi version here, and we'll piece him apart as well and get him lined up with all of our other bits, and we'll start things off with checking out our layers. Okay, we've got our 2 layers up next to each other for a bit of comparison. And you can see that Hasbro tend to miss out a bit of that colouring when it comes to theirs. Some just here on the chip, and a little bit on the edges of our layer. And then also our TT one has a small amount of silver flecking through its chip, whereas Hasbro have just gone with that plain clear plastic. But other than that, they are looking pretty similar to each other. Another big difference between the two is Hasbro do not have an actual functioning weight on the inside there, whereas TT's one is interchangeable between its bays, so you can pop that chip out and switch that layer weight for another one if you wish. And Hasbro's, we'll just pop his out, is just part of the molding, and probably doesn't affect the layer much at all. So I'll flip him over, and actually might have to get that chip back out again. Give you a chance to grab that QR code there if you do not have it, and then also you can see the slope system here with the Hasbro, whereas TT have the tooth design to theirs. Alright, get that back on, and there we are. Put these guys back, and we'll move on to our forge disc. So for that, as I previously mentioned, we have Blitz, and you can see that there is a pretty significant size difference between the Takiratomi one here on my left and the Hasbro version. Also, our TT one comes with a gimmick where it's got these little tabs that extend out while it's spinning, increasing its chance for a bit of extra attack power. But then Hasbro have taken that gimmick away, as they have done with all of their forge discs for this series, as well as the gimmicks to the layers. But that said, they have added the ability to put a frame on here, so still enabling it to increase its attack or defense power if you wish. And with that said, we'll move on to our performance tips lastly. Alright, power for our performance tip, and just like before, big size difference between the two here, but that's only because Hasbro's one is designed for that Hypersphere stadium, and they all come with that general cone shape look to them as well. But one thing that I am seeing with the Hasbro one is they have definitely gone with more of a stamina version of power, whereas the TT one has those teeth to it that make it a attack tip, and also it has that spring gimmick, but just like I was saying, all these Rise series of bays have those gimmicks removed, but you're not really going to miss that much because it doesn't come into play very often with the TT one anyway. And check those springs, and yeah, pretty much spot on with each other. Okay, well with that we'll piece this guy together and have a feel at how strong those slopes actually are, and then get our stadium out for a quick test launch. And we're partially assembled, and just move that forge disc back into position and get that tip on there, and we'll have a feel of those slopes, and that's some good resistance there. Wow, that's one of the strongest so far. That would be on par with or stronger than the Bushin Ashindra one, which is pretty tight to assemble. Okay, well, I'm liking that. Alright, let's get that stadium out. Well, here we are, and 3, 2, 1, let it rip. Okay. Oh. Stalling for a bit, and then picking up a bit of movement and settling back down, so pretty much living up to that rating of 2 for its drop-in rate. So I say I was good on that assessment, with the performance dip being more of a stamina version of power. Okay, well, that's it for this unboxing. I hope you liked the video, and until next time, enjoy the rest of your day.